What is emotional loyalty and why is it important, you think?
Sure. So I would like to start by saying that a lot of times when we think about loyalty, we are measuring or thinking about it through what people are doing, right? So if how much are the customers buying and how long they have been with the company. And these actions are important, obviously, to the bottom line and to how a company is doing. But a lot of times, what these actions don't necessarily tell us is the reason behind a customer's loyalty. And that differentiation among the different types of loyalty is really important for managing your relationship with your customers properly. And so, one of the reasons that people can be loyal to a brand is the emotional connection that they feel towards the brand or towards the company. And we consider the loyalty that generated from these types of emotional connections as emotional loyalty. And when we think about emotionally loyal customers, they feel a sense of close connection with the brand, and sometimes also close connection with other customers of the same brand. And besides, thinking positively about the brand itself, there is an affection or positive emotions involved in that process, and consumers can feel attached to the brand that they love. And when you think about the identification with the brand, a lot of times the brand eventually becomes an important part of the consumer sense of who they are as an individual and plays a pretty prominent role in their life and in their mindset. And I think emotional loyalty is really important because it leads to a lot of desirable outcomes for the brand and for the company. So, for example, in Australia, there was a published research study of consumers and looking at how feeling love for a brand can potentially impact the consumer share of wallet related to a brand. And the lift that the researchers saw was about 20%. And that's quite significant when you think about that impact on meaningful business outcomes. And also, another important aspect what makes emotional loyalty really important is that emotionally loyal consumers generally are more inclined to advocate for the brand in front of other people, right? So when you think about positive word of mouth, people's engagement with the brand on social media and so forth, usually a lot of times emotionally loyal consumers are playing a really crucial role in that process. And one other thing I will add is also that in our own future of loyalty study that we look at consumers type of loyalty they hold towards brands and what kind of impact brands can have on them. And we saw that emotionally loyal consumers generally experience a higher impact from loyalty programs. And so emotional loyalty also can potentially increase the impact or the become a lever for brands marketing efforts and make it more effective.